Kia ora. Well, May has certainly kicked off with plenty of weather. Heavy rainfall still pushing through in towards parts of Canterbury and up into Marlborough and Kaikoura. Strong winds run around the central areas of this low pressure, leading to a red strong wind warning through Wellington. The highest warning we have here, a real indication that it is a windy day even by the standards of Wellington. Gusts perhaps around about 140 kilometres an hour in the most exposed parts of the region, and it stays windy as we go through the rest of the day on Thursday and even through in towards the early hours of Friday morning as well. This low pressure sits out towards the east, feeding that wet weather through those northern parts of Canterbury. We will find a bit of an easing across those far southern areas, still a fair covering of cloud through there, but generally that focus of rain still up across those northern parts of Canterbury, up in towards the Kaikoura coastline, and the rain pushing through into Wellington, Wairarapa. So as well as that red strong wind warning, we've also got some heavy rain warnings across the lower parts of the North Island as well. Further north, there's some clearer skies out towards the Bay of Plenty and up in towards the Tairafti. We are still going to find some wet weather though pushing through towards those eastern Bay of Plenty regions as we head through Thursday afternoon. You can see through the night time, there's very little change. We might find the rain just pushing a little bit further northwards through Canterbury, but still incredibly windy around the likes of Banks Peninsula. Still with some snowfall across the higher parts of the Canterbury High Country, and still with those winds running through Wellington, giving a very windy story as we head through the night time tonight and in towards the early part of Friday morning. Again, watching out for those wind warnings through to the early hours there. Up north, we'll find some showers pushing through towards the western side, but really the main focus is on this system bringing that wet, windy weather across those central parts of the country. By Friday, it's an improving story for the South Island. Generally find the rain easing off from Canterbury, but that's still going to be a very wet story through the rest of Thursday. A continuation of those orange warnings through there, but with large amounts of rain set to continue through places like Kaikoura and across those far northern parts of Canterbury. It's well worth keeping up to date with those forecasts. But some clearer skies back with us further south as we head towards the end of the day. The wind warnings are all focused really around those central parts of the country. Those strong southerly winds pushing through in towards Wellington, reaching severe gale force in the most exposed areas, gusting 140 kilometres an hour. These are the kind of winds which can cause damage to trees and power lines. Well worth staying at home if you can. It is looking like a very disruptive afternoon through Thursday, and those wind warnings there running through till 3 AM on Friday morning. The wet weather runs in towards those eastern areas, starting to find a bit of an easing across those southern areas of Canterbury, but for these areas up north, we'll keep that rain feeding through even in towards Friday night, and wet weather warnings up in towards Wellington and southern Wairarapa as well. For Friday, things generally are looking a little bit better across the far north. You can see some clear skies and sunshine to start the day through Tairafti, but windy, wet weather still with us through Wellington. It's going to take its time to clear off. We're going to keep hold of that windy weather there as we go through the daytime. It may start to ease towards the end of the day, but generally it stays pretty windy and pretty wet. Some showers up north, but even here I think we'll find some clearer skies later on in the day. Some cold temperatures overnight. Those southerly winds bringing that cold air up and across us, but I think we are going to find it slowly starting to improve. Down on the South Island, the best of the weather, down through parts of the west coast and down to Fiordland, some clear skies and sunshine. More cloud on this eastern area, and we'll still keep hold of that wet weather through Canterbury, North Canterbury. That's the start of the morning. It will ease off as we head through towards the afternoon. You can see those blues becoming slightly lighter shades, but I think we are going to find more wet weather to start the day first thing. Places like Christchurch with those showers, even in towards the afternoon as well. Still some stronger winds around the likes of Banks Peninsula and all around that Kaikoura Coast as well. Well worth keeping up to date with the watches and warnings through there. But you can see we do see some clearer skies by the end of the day. But cold air with us. Temperatures back down below freezing for those inland parts of the South Island. And I think even places like Christchurch finding daytime highs of a mere 12 degrees Celsius and overnight lows of 3 degrees. Looking ahead in towards the weekend, well, things are looking better. We'll find the system pulls away. There's still a bit more cloud around the eastern side of the North Island. Still some showers running through towards the Wairarapa district and up into parts of Tairafti, but generally drier and brighter down towards the western side. Some showers across the likes of Southland and Otago, but the main thing is we'll have lost those strong winds through the central parts of Wellington and that heavy rainfall through Canterbury, so an improving story through there. And as we head in towards Sunday, although we've still got a few showers to watch out for, generally things are looking better and brighter the further west you go. That's it from me. There's more at Metservice.com.